All right. Hello, everyone. How are you today? Thank you for joining on this another live stream today. So this is the 1st of September, and this is on Saturday. So sorry about this short notice about this live stream. I happened to forget to update this announcement, this schedule announcement on this live stream. So I will just start slowly in the first beginning until viewers join, and I will get to the main topic. So in the meantime, let me get ready because I created the slide, the screenshot slide. So let me just get ready, prepare for it. So today's weekend. So looks like it's I actually did some back testing. I am actually creating some new strategy. I'm not really creating, but I'm kind of refining and fine-tuning my strategy. So I'm actually doing it right now. So today I woke up in the morning and read some books and also did some back testing. Looked back my charts, my trades for this week, and did the GTS, and here I am. All right, so I start to see people coming in now. Great. So once again, thank you for joining, and sorry about this short notice about today's live stream. I happened to forget the announcement, so I just created the live stream, and here I am. So just starting slowly right now, just to see more joiners, members are coming here to join the live session. So yeah, just start slowly now. All right, so let me squeeze my face and get to the topic now. Okay, all right. I see Danny's here. Hello, thank you for joining. And Bedsheet, good to see you. And Asif, thank you for joining as well. Great to see you. Zenon, good to see you too. Yeah, NFP. There was NFP last Friday. I didn't take any trades. I didn't have any positions. So yesterday was my day off. All right, Victor Soros, thank you for joining. Great to see you also. Pandya, thank you for joining. Great to see you. Oh, Asif in UK. All right, great. Glad you had a safe trip back to UK. It's good. All right, Eric, thank you for joining. And Objective and Diligent, thank you for joining too. Great to see you. All right. Let's see. Kale, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. And Muhammad, good to see you too. All right, I start to see more and more people coming in. Great. So I will about to start the live stream session now about the main topic for today. All right. Song Kao, thank you for joining as well. And Danish, good to see you. All right. Yeah, sorry about this short notice about this live stream. I happened to forget to announce the live stream, so that's why I'm kind of starting slow so that more and more people come in before I get to the main topic for today. Yeah. All right, Gabby, thank you for joining, and Danish, once again, good to see you. And Faiz, thank you for joining as well. Timon Crypto, good to see you, and Marcus, good to see you too. Roger Fan and Gautam Levinas, very nice to see you. Okay. So let's start the live stream. Let's start the main topic for today. So this is, once again, 4th of September, and this is Saturday. And every Saturdays, I talk about the psychology or money management related topics. I don't really so much talk about the markets, but today is another psychology day. So today, I would like to introduce one of the practice that I do every morning routine. As a pro trader is today's topic. And this is also about the motivation as a trader. So hopefully you enjoy today's session. So before starting here, just a quick disclaimer as usual. This topic today is basically based on my own view and understanding. So when you make decisions, please do at your own risk. And also, if you can kindly follow the guidelines and rules on this live stream, that would be great. So the question here today is, do you have any morning routines? Do you have any morning routine is the first question I would like to ask to everyone. I have already asked this question on YouTube community and Twitter, and I got some feedbacks, so I will review these first and then get into the topic in terms of what to do in the morning to be effective within that day as a pro trader is today's topic. Because in the morning we can do whatever. We can do exercise, we can drink coffee, we can reply emails, we can read books. There are many things that you can do in the morning, but there are certain things that are effective for that day afterwards, or there are tasks that you do in the morning that becomes non-effective, non-productive on that day. So that's why you want to be effective to your trades and analysis on that day. So in morning will be a great start to encourage yourself and kind of stimulate yourself, stimulate your brain to be able to effectively and also productively take trades on that day. So if you have any morning routines, please put it on the chat right now so that I can review these also. Okay, let's see. Kel says, I hope someday you can share a video of the psychological process to break out of the losing streak you went through in the past. Sure. Yeah, I will. But these little topics on Saturdays are basically, the parts of my psychology about the breakout from losing to profitable trader. Because I practice these in the morning, I became more stable psychologically, emotionally, while taking trades. And also more, I can keep my motivation in this way in the morning. So that's why these topics basically on Saturday is a bit parts of how I became a profitable trader. So, all right, so let's see. So today's topic is about effective morning routine as a pro trader. So last week I took a vote on YouTube and also Twitter, as I do like every week these days. And based on this poll result, I give feedbacks and also talk about today's main topic. So the question was, what is your morning routine? And I just typed 3 choices, 3 options, and if you have some other practice, then please put comment. And so one is screen charts and read books and backtest and other. Please comment. So let's check the comment. But before that, I forgot to put the Twitter, so let me put it right now. Sorry about that because I was in a rush. So, and this is just like my memo, so you can also refer to it. So in Twitter also, screen charts, read books, and backtest and other. And it looks like among these choices, screen charts is the best, the most. 64% on YouTube and 60% on Twitter. On Twitter, I got 70 votes from last week. And on YouTube, I've got 492 votes from last week. And over 60% of the traders do screening charts in the morning as a routine, which is good. But you can break it down a bit more and by typing comments here on the chat. So let me review the comments first. So I will go to YouTube first. I will open the comment. And let's see what we can find. So here, many comments. Thank you for your comments. This is very interesting. Let me hide my face so that you can see the full comment. So Will says, read the news about my stocks. That's good, reading the news. That's a good routine. Yeah, pray, let's see, pray for our Lord Jesus Christ, all right? You pray, meditate, that's good also. You can concentrate on what you're gonna do in that day. All right, go for a run. Okay, exercise is good too. Morning routine, okay? Meditate and work out, that's good. Wow, surprised that so many people meditate in the morning. I do too, I do meditate, and it helps a lot to centralize on what I do in the day. So, okay, bringing my daughter to the toilet. Okay, okay, I think he's a good father. Okay, exercise, meditate, and read, okay? Meditate in 30 minutes and then read the market news, okay? Yeah, looks like most likely these are the similar reading books or meditate, screening charts, yeah, coffee time. Okay, thank God for all things. Arrange my bed and pray, okay? Drinking coffee, sleep, sleep again. Your morning routine is sleep. Okay, because you work a night shift. Okay, that's understandable. So what would you do after you work? After you work and sleep, and when you wake up, what would you do is the question. Glass of water, open headphone, meditate, first coffee, and sleep. Okay, so these are your morning routines, most likely on this YouTube. And let's take a look at my Twitter also. So on Twitter here, I got some comments here. Meditate, journal, read, and then I will get to work on looking at charts or start working, okay? Brush my teeth, mindful meditate on trading forecast with breathing, okay? With breathing, okay? Do my first meal, oat, bananas, and whey, okay? And read books first, or watch YouTube about trading, including your YouTube, Mr. K. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for the comment. Okay, so I think these are the rough, roughly speaking. So roughly speaking, most likely morning routines would be meditate, or reading books, or screening charts, and watch news, and brush teeth, or pray. Yeah, things like this. So today, let me introduce one of the interesting researches on one of the universities in the US about how to be effective on what you do. So this is the research at Colorado State University, and they took group A and B, and group A, they asked the group A people to do difficult but interesting tasks. So complex and difficult but interesting tasks for group A. And group B, they asked them to do easy and simple tasks. And afterwards, they monitored the level of motivation and creativity. And what will be the result? Maybe you already know, you can kind of guess which group had a higher level of motivation and creativity. So the answer is group A. Group A got more tired than group B, but group A worked hard with focus and had better performance than group B. So that means for those who does creative things or difficult and complex but interesting things, then they get tired than group B, obviously, because they are doing something complex like calculations or like doing puzzles or other complex works they did. So they got tired physically, but mentally they had more focus, and had better performance than group B. So this is, I think, very interesting. we tend to pick things that are easy and simple, but if you keep doing easy and simple tasks, then you can't get creative, you can't keep your high level of motivation. Especially on that day, if you do it in the morning, like easy and simple tasks, then you can't keep motivating yourself until the end of the day. But for those who did difficult and complex tasks, although they were tired in the first place, they had better performance than Group B. So with that in mind, so that means we tend to choose easier and more simple tasks, but performance will be increased with difficult and complex tasks. And this is called inner motivation. So they have found the research. After the research, they found that to cultivate the inner motivation, you have to do things that are difficult and complex, but not in a way to discourage yourself. So it's like, although you can't complete the tasks, it's okay, but you just do it. And that leads to your high level of inner motivation. So these are the things that you can do in the morning. But let me get to more about it. So the next question is, how about doing some complex tasks first and then do easy tasks later? How does that affect the level of motivation and creativity? So let's say you do something complex and difficult first and then do easy tasks. Then what will be your level of motivation? Your level of motivation drops when you do easy tasks, or will they still maintain, is the question. And actually, they did the research about that too. And so another research at the same university, and so they asked people to do difficult but interesting tasks, and then that increases the inner motivation. And then afterwards, by that high level of motivation, they asked them to do easy and simple tasks. And what is the result? And the result was motivation was kept high with the simple tasks too. So this means that if you start from simple and easy tasks, then they are easy and they are doable, very easy, doable. But if you start to do the difficult and complex things, complex tasks next, then your level of motivation drops. But if you go backwards, your level of motivation keeps high. So that means if you do difficult and complex but interesting tasks first, and then increase the inner motivation, and with that high motivation, you do the easy, simple tasks, but you can do this with the same level of motivation, very high. So this is what you can do in the mornings. So in the morning, conclusion in the morning, first, do difficult things, but interesting tasks first. So for example, you can read books, or you can backtest. If backtesting is a bit difficult, you feel, then you can backtest. Or you can look back your previous trades. Sometimes looking back your own previous trades might be taking time, and it might be difficult. It might be difficult in terms of facing your own past trades, past losses, past wins, and really study the numbers. I think that will be difficult for some of you. But these are the things you can do in the morning. But if these are not related to Forex or any tradings, maybe you can do like room cleaning maybe, or something creative. Like you can sometimes, it said that if you draw, if you paint, then that will also level up your creativity and level up your motivation. So in the morning, you can also do painting, or you can draw the pictures, and that will be also creative, and you can keep the high level of motivation throughout the day. So do difficult things first is what I wanted to say today. And then next, do simple tasks. So simple tasks would be maybe market analysis, because for the market analysis, why it's simple is you do the same analysis over and over again. So like myself, I use Ichimoku, I use Kumo Kijun-sen to capture the trend direction. And for myself, it is very easy because I follow my own rules and look for the trending markets and take trades. And so these are, I think, some of the simple things, simple tasks as a trader. So if you have solid strategy to use, then screening charts might be categorized as the simple tasks. But in terms of the difficult tasks, these are the things that you don't really do regularly. So like maybe reading books, if you only read a book maybe once or twice per month, then reading books might be difficult task for you or complex task for you. Or backtesting. If you never used the Forex Tester, I think backtesting might be an effort for you. But these are the things that you can do in the morning so that you can level up your creativity and also motivation. So what I do in the morning is I backtest usually. I backtest and then I read books and then screen charts. So first when I wake up in the morning, of course I brush my teeth and I drink some tea and also I meditate, and then I usually backtest my strategies or look back my own trades from last week and then start to screen charts. Because screening charts doesn't take time. Screening charts, I have 21 pairs on my watch list like this on the right side. I've got these 21 pairs on my watch list, but to screen these, it only takes maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes in higher time frames. So for me, screening charts is very easy. I can do it instantly, which one is trending, which one is ranging. So, and also I look at I watch news, I look at the news website, and also strength chart. But these are a very simple task for me because these are my routine to get ready to take trades. But in terms of looking back my past trades, for example, so I track all my trades in the past on the Excel spreadsheet, and by looking back, I have to come up with some improvement. So I have to identify which losses can be more minimized or which profits can be more maximized. By looking back my own previous trades, I try to find a way to improve myself, improve my trades. And this is, in a sense, difficult because my trades every week are different. So I have to come up with some kind of new ideas, new thoughts. I might be adapting some new strategies to improve my trades. And these are, I think, difficult or more complex than taking trades simply. So I do that also in the morning. And then I screen charts. So I screen charts like this. And if I see some trending pairs, then I just mark these. I just flag like this. And if market is trending in lower time frames, then I look for an entry edge. But these are very systematic for myself, and I don't really play with other indicators. I don't really play with other strategies. Basically, I have my strategy to follow, so simply I follow it and decide my taking trades. And after doing that, usually I check emails and I do some little tasks with high motivation. But if I start to screen charts first in the morning and reply emails, then I might get bored. I might get tired. And then after that, if I want to do the, for example, backtesting, I might not have enough, energy for that or enough focus for that. But by doing backtesting and looking back on trades first, although these are difficult, your level of motivation gets increases in the morning, and with this high motivation, use screen charts. With this high motivation and creativity, use screen charts, and you can better judge on these markets, so to speak. So, and if you do it every day, it helps a lot to be consistent on what you do every morning. And also, what's more, so after you do these complex things and monitor charts, screen charts, taking trades, and or email reply, or these simple tasks you do, and after that, I usually have lunchtime, so I eat lunch and come back. But after I eat the lunch, I do some complex things also. So after the lunchtime, sometimes I read books. I like to read books, or I backtest. I run the Forex Tester and backtest my old or new strategies. So these are some kind of a creative tasks as a pro trader. So I do this, and then afterwards I come back to these charts and screen again with this high level of motivation. If I take a position, and if I hold the position, then of course I monitor the chart as I hold it until I see the break-even line. I keep holding it, but while doing so, I do some complex things, because monitoring chart is not really complex. You just sit down in the chart, watch charts, and see how it goes, right? It's very simple. You don't really do anything, just monitor charts, and this is categorized as a very simple task. But while monitoring the chart, sometimes I do the creative and difficult tasks. Sometimes I play the violin, I play the tune that I never played before. This is also a type of difficulty for myself, and I do that while monitoring a chart, or while sitting down and relaxing here. So you have to have like spice in your life, and these spices would be these difficult, complex, but interesting tasks for you. So it may be anything, like if let's say running, like exercise, for example. If you do exercise, if you first do the exercise, I recommend you to do the complex and difficult exercise first. So and then you do the very simple and routine exercise, so that when you do the simple routine exercise, your level of motivation is still high, and keep doing the same thing. But if you start with the easy and simple tasks, then when you want to switch to the complex and difficult exercise, you might lose motivation. You might be losing motivation already, and you might not feel like doing it. So I think how to maintain the motivation is the very key. Especially if you want to be a successful trader and pro trader to support yourself and family, I think motivation is the key. But motivation, we can't see it. It's not physical. It's kind of inner, sense of it. So how to maintain motivation is the very key. And we all equally have 24 hours per day. I have 24 hours per day, and you have 24 hours per day. And this is equal for everyone. So I think the efficiency is a very key. Efficiency, and also effectiveness, and also that leads to the motivation. High motivation is the key. And I have been studying these for the last 5 years or 6 years. I have been reading many books about motivation, how, for example, athletes keep motivation, or how these other professional players keep motivation high. So I read these books. Sometimes I read about the some of the CEOs written books also, and about motivation. And I apply myself, and I create my routine in this way, so that I keep my motivation high and take trades. So right now I am a full-time Forex trader. I mainly trade Forex and also gold. I take trades, but but if I don't have my discipline in terms of how to keep the motivation high, I might be doing something else maybe, because especially when I lose the trades, I might be discouraged and my motivation drops down and I might be deciding to do something else. But I can keep doing this, although market condition may be difficult sometimes. I keep this job, I keep this as a profession because I maintain that level of motivation very high. So so I think especially if you be a full-time trader, there are many stress or many unknown, like uncertainty are actually happening usually every week. Sometimes you see no trends per day, no trends for 2 days, no trends in 3 days, or no opportunities on 3 days, and you might lose your trust in your system, yourself, or simply what you do. You might lose confidence. So in terms of maintaining confidence, I think these morning routines are very important. So so in terms of the effective morning routine as a pro trader, in conclusion, please focus doing something difficult and complex first that you don't really do in the first place. And then afterwards, do simple tasks. And after you do simple tasks and complete, then come back to do things that are difficult and complex within the day. And then you raise the inner motivation higher, and then do simple tasks. This routine is very, very effective. And you can actually apply this on what you do, anything what you do. Like when you are working at the company, maybe when you sit down in the first place in the morning at the office, and you might drink coffee, and you might be replying emails. But replying emails is categorized as simple task. It's not really creative, right? You just reply emails, whatever questions or comments you have, you just reply. And this is very simple. But the effective, creative things will be like thinking of some new ideas or new plans for what you do in the morning, or maybe your meeting discussion will be another creative and difficult task that you can do. So instead of replying emails in the first, I recommend you to do something creative, something difficult and creative, so that your level of motivation keeps higher in that day. Like this. So you can apply basically this routine on anything what you do. But on this live stream, because I am a pro trader, and this channel, this YouTube channel is about trading, Forex trading, and that's why the topic was more focused on the trading itself. But technically, you can apply on anything what you do. Yeah. So what would you think about the things that are difficult and complex for you related to trading? If you have it, please comment on chat, because I like to see that also. So meditation, drinking coffee, maybe running might be categorized as a simple task. But what would you think about the difficult and complex tasks in terms of trading related? In the meantime, let me screen comments. All right, so once again, thank you for joining everyone on today's live stream. This is the 1st of September, and sorry about the short notice about this live stream today. I happened to forget about uploading this live stream announcement. So Sorry about that, but thank you for joining today on this relaxing weekend. Let's see. Objective Intelligence says, Sir, any recommendations for books to read related to stock market trading? Yes, there are actually. In terms of what I used to read, I have some recommendations on my website. So if you come to my website and click on Best Forex Books over here, then you can find some books that I recommend. So in terms of the mindset, I have these books here. Market Wizards was very good by Jack Schwager. That was very good. And also Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. This is my Bible. I read so many times and I still read these books. This one is also very good in terms of psychology. So in case you didn't have a chance to read it, I highly recommend to read this one. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. And also Tools and Tactics for the Master Day Trader by Oliver Belletz. This one is also very good too. And another good book here too, Think and Trade Like a Champion by Mark Minervini. This one was very good too. Yeah, so there are many good books out there. So you can basically watch, you can just, maybe, go to the Amazon and read reviews. And if you're interested, you can just purchase it and read through. And I recommend you to read over and over again. Sometimes you might read once and just leave in the shelf. But what I do is, once I pick up a book, then I read over and over again. So first thing I kind of scan the chapters, and I just read the chapter that I think it's most interesting at that time. Just read that chapter and go to other chapter and just pick random chapters. And after that, I read the whole thing from top to bottom, and I do this over and over again. So you don't have to start reading from the beginning on the books. You can only start where you think it's interesting to read first. Let's see. Zenon says, money management and psychology is everything. You can lose all your profit in a session if your head was screwed on wrong. That's true. You can lose very easy. And you remember the loss. We humans tend to remember the things that we lost than that we gain or win. This is called the prospect theory. If there is no move in the market, I read books and relaxing. Yeah, that's good. That's a good habit. Yeah, if the market is not moving, then there's no point watching chart all the time. Yeah, so that was my recommendation for the books here on this web page. This one over here. Morning routine, check how other stock markets are doing, listen to analysis, check for any news which can create opportunities or problems, okay? So when it comes to reading news, you might be kind of stepping ahead, and you can probably read news that you don't read usually. Maybe you can deeper analyze the market, or you can deeper study about the news itself, and that becomes creative. Okay. Toy? No, no kids, no kids. Yeah. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining on this relaxing Saturday. Great to see you again. Bill says, hello, Master K. I always watch your videos. Thank you. I have a question. If we enter that 1 hour time frame, then in which time frame should we set the trend? If you enter the 1 hour time frame, then your direction will be higher time frames. It will be either forward chart or daily chart or above higher time frames. Yeah, always make sure to follow the higher time frames is the key. Okay, Roger says, I can't remember which one I picked, but I always make some tea in the morning. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I like to make tea too in the morning. It's very good. Sometimes I drink coffee, sometimes tea, depending on my mood. But that's good too. But these are, I think that will be a simple task. So after do that, after making some tea, then you can read books or you can backtest while drinking the tea. So Rush says, Kay, how is a backtest in TradingView compared to Forex Tester 5? I think, yeah, so hold on, let's see. Yeah, TradingView, you cannot backtest. Technically, you can watch the previous charts, but you can't backtest. But Forex Tester, you can. You can actually take trades and exit and place stop losses and also manage lot sizing, and you can get the result. You can get the stats on Forex Tester, but you can't do it in TradingView. Okay, Randy says, I like the psychological aspect of your morning routine. I will adapt this my routine as I think it can apply to me as a trader or crypto. Yes. Yeah, you can apply it whether you're a cryptocurrency trader or stock trader, index trader or Forex trader or commodity trader. You can apply this morning routine like this. So do something difficult and complex first, and then do simple tasks next, which can maintain your high level of motivation and creativity in this way. Pai says, how do you stick to a routine, especially when you feel like procrastinating? Simply, you don't do. In that case, you don't do it simply. Just relax and decide not to do. Yeah, don't go against your own feeling. Always be polite and listen to your heart. Okay, let's see. Crystal says, study and adding to notes and trading plan is complex. I like to trade about 20 minutes to do, then do a simple task after, like washing dishes or just rest. That's good, yeah. So if you think adding notes and study and trading plans is complex, then that's something that you can do in the morning. First thing in the morning, you do it, and then screen charts. It's like meditation. So meditation, when it comes to meditation, you might think it's kind of simple. And I think it's simple too. If you only look at tasks, you just close your eyes and sit and just relax. So I think it's very simple in terms of the effort, but it becomes complex when you practice some form of meditation. So creativity and motivation is a key for today. And as long as you can maintain the motivation high, that will be great. And to do that, you have to do something difficult, a bit difficult and complex things. And I think it depends. For some traders, taking notes or studying and thinking about the trading plans might be easy. But for some traders, you might feel difficult. So it depends. But make sure you pick something difficult and complex for you. Ichiba Shirt says, how to find the reason for certain jumps in some pairs without the big news in the Forex. The reasons might be vary. One of the things you can do is perhaps you can go to Twitter, like you can do the real-time search on Google and see what's happening in the related market. There is a little setting on Google search where you can search by words, specific words from the most recent uploads. You can search by that and possibly find the reason why there's a big gap in Forex. But in terms of the big gaps in Forex, most likely it happens at the big event or weekend to Monday. Kale says, I will definitely teach my kids to trade Forex when they know the math, because I know Forex too late. 20 years old, I just know Forex and no K. Okay, Kale? But yeah, in the same time, nothing is too late to start to do. So so myself, I started to play violin when I was 3 years old. Without knowing about violin, my parents basically put me into this training and I started to play the violin. But I quit when I was, when I was like high school, I quit. And after a while, I joined the band, the Irish band in the US, and I started to play again. So there's a blank in between, and I lost all the skills, but it was for me easy to pick up these old skills. And I think that's what it's important to start in a young age. So although you quit something along the way, when you want to come back, you can come back and you can pick up so easily because you have memory in your body itself. So never too late. You can start anything at any time. I think life is full of possibility. Okay, Henry says, I trade Forex from 6 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock at night, and for the 5 hours left, my automatic system trade, so I trade 24 hours a day in the week, and I'm busy with other stuff. Wow, that's very busy. That's a very busy routine. Yeah. Let's see. Do you ever use tick charts? No, I don't. I don't use tick charts. Gridmark says, greetings, Kay. Could you make a video with your thoughts about Mark Douglas and his book? Almost, if not every profitable trader I think of was reading and saying good words about it. Yeah, that book was very good. Yeah, I kind of touched on that book on this video here. So you can come to this webpage, Best Forex Book on my webpage, scroll down and watch this video. And I talk about that book also. But yeah, that is my Bible. Very good book. Roger says, I'm 22 and I thought I'm late to start trading. I learned from my dad who started at 40 or pretty much in competition. Okay, that's good. So yeah, 22, still young. You can start learning to trade still. But after you start, the most important thing is the consistency, to be consistent on what you do. if you start at 22 and if you quit next year, then it's not consistent. But if you start 50 years old and if you keep the habit, if you keep on what you do for 5 years, that's consistent. And the later person has more rate to success. So consistency is the key. Sometimes you feel like quitting it or you feel like not to trade on that day. In that case, you don't trade, but at least I recommend you to watch charts at least once a day so that you don't lose your sense of the charts stuff. So yeah, I don't push myself to trade every day. Sometimes I take a day off, like yesterday. I decided to take a day off because there was an NFP and I had no position. So in that day, I just relax and enjoy my life. But I screen charts still. I screen charts without taking the trades. So consistency is a key. Muraram says, what is your thought on MACD indicator for swing confirmation? Personally, I don't use MACD, so I can't tell. I only use stochastics. Yeah, I used to use MACD, but not anymore. All right, you're welcome everyone. Sorosh and Vineet, good to see you here. Okay, let's see. Ivan says, I will do 10 minutes of high intensity training workout and I feel refreshed and have the clear mind before I start trading. That's good. Yeah, refresh yourself, mind, and start trading on that day. Henry says, I run a household and my wife works, take care of 2 dogs and cats also, so I'm always busy. In the weekend, I go to my farm in the countryside. I live in Japan. Okay, that's good, that's good. So yeah, whether you're busy or not busy, make sure to start something complex and difficult first in the morning, and then do something easy and simple tasks. In this routine, you can keep your motivation high, and also you can be creative on what you do every day, including the tradings. So that was my main topic for today. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today's live stream. Thank you for joining, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. And so for those who are joining public, I will see you tomorrow at the weekly forecast. And for those who are joining Ichimoku members, I will see you soon at the Ichimoku membership live. There will be a Q&A session, so I will cover these questions on Discord as much as possible for Saturday's live streams. So yeah, once again, thank you for joining, and I will see you again. Until then, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. All right, bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.